Hello students, I hope you all are doing good. I am Hombini and I will be taking English, okay? And today we will be taking English for class 3, chapter 7, and the topic will be did for that. Did for that. I hope you all have heard the word did for that, right? Did for that means you do something and that is why you get this one. That means it is also similar to you sow what you reap. You reap what you sow, okay? Now, okay, after reading this story, we are going to learn many things. We are going to understand the harm of playing tricks on others. We are also going to identify the names of various vegetables. We are also going to describe how a kitchen garden look like. We are going to know that. And we are also going to understand how to use singular and plural forms, okay? So, first we are going to learn a very interesting story, okay? Before we go and learn all those things. So first, can you all see this picture? Wow, it is a tomato soup. It is so good, right? It is very good to have during the winter season. And in this story, Lima is very fond of tomato soup. He like it very much and he is ready to do anything to get a bowl of tomato soup, okay? So, Lima was fond of tomato soup and he will do anything for a bowl of soup. But there was no tomato at home. So his wife asked Lima to get tomatoes. When Lima wanted to have the soup and asked his wife to make him one bowl of tomato soup, his wife found out that there was no tomatoes, and without tomatoes, the wife cannot make soup for Lima, right? So his wife asked Lima to go and get tomatoes so that she can make soup for him, okay? So what Lima did was, it was already dark, and there was no shop nearby, and Lima don't want to go far away. Lima is a very lazy person, so he don't want to go far away to get the tomatoes. So he had an idea. Lima thought, maybe I will get some tomatoes nearby. So he decided to go to the neighbor garden and play his trick. Lima had a trick, okay, in his mind. Trick, some kind of game. He had some idea, okay. So he went to the neighbor's garden and he bent down beside the tomato plant. See, he bent down beside the tomato plant. Bent down means a little bent over, right? And whispered in a soft voice. Lima whispered to the tomato plant and said, "Plant, plant, may I pluck a tomato?" That means Lima, he bent down and whispered to the tomato, "Plant, may I pluck some tomato? May I take some tomato from you?" And we all know that plants, they cannot talk or like human beings, right? It is very funny, but Lima was playing a trick. So Lima acted like on behalf of the tomato. Lima, pretending to be the tomato plant, he replied, "You may pluck as many as you want, Lima." See, Lima acted like the tomato and responded to himself. He asked the plant and he also answered for the plant, right? And he replied, "You may pluck as many as you want, Lima." So Lima acted like the plant and responded, "You may take the tomatoes." So now Lima took so many tomatoes. Lima took, see, as many tomatoes as he can. He took so much and ran to give it to his wife. So Lima went home with many tomatoes and his wife made him soup. Lima loved a tomato soup, right? So he went and gave the tomatoes to his wife and his wife made the soup for him and he happily enjoyed the soup. And now Lima thought that that trick which he played in the neighbor's garden was a very brilliant one. He liked that trick very much. So it became routine for Lima to pluck tomatoes from his neighbor. See, it became a habit. Whenever he wanted to have a soup, he will just go to the neighbor's garden and whisper to the tomato plant and take some tomatoes, and then bring it at home and make soup. And this has become a routine. That means a habit, day after day. And now, but he is doing all this without the owner noticing him, right? But see, he is stealing in a way, right? Because he is not letting the owners know that he is taking the tomato. That means Lima is stealing, right? So the neighbor noticed the missing tomatoes and he got Lima doing this trick. So the neighbor, when he came to the garden, he noticed that the tomatoes were missing. There were no tomatoes in his garden. And one day, as he was peeping, as he was looking for the thief, he was looking why there was no tomatoes in his garden. He found out that Lima was the culprit. He was coming and playing the trick and taking the tomatoes away. So the owner was very angry with Lima, and the neighbor got Lima from his shoulder and dragged him towards the house. The neighbor was very angry, so he got Lima from his shoulder. Shoulder is this part, right? So he got Lima from the shoulder and dragged him. That means pulled him inside his house. And what the neighbor did was, the neighbor took a stick and did just as Lima did. Lima played a trick, right, to get the tomatoes. Lima played a trick, and Lima also responded on behalf of the tomato plant, right? So just like that, the owner also played a trick. Okay, the owner took a stick, and then the owner asked the stick, "Stick, how many times should I beat this thief?" See, Lima played the same trick, right? So the owner is also playing the same trick on Lima, okay? So the owner asks the stick, "How many times do you think that I should beat this thief because he stole my tomatoes," right? Now, answering for the stick, the neighbor replied, "Not just once or twice, but as many times as you had done." So the neighbor, on behalf of the stick, also responded, "You can beat as many times as you want, because he has stolen the tomatoes many times, right?" So the owner took the stick, and Lima got a nice beating from the neighbor. See, Lima was beaten black and blue, and he learned a very good lesson. See, Lima, he was stealing, right? He was stealing without letting the owners know, and that is why he got beating at last, right? So that is why tit for tat. That means, Lima, you get the result of what you do. Lima stole, and so he got beating, okay? So that is it. Now, what lesson do you think Lima have learned? Okay, through this story, Lima have learned many things, right? But what are the things do you think Lima have learned? Lima have learned not to play tricks on others. See, he played the tricks in order to get the tomatoes, right? So he learned not to play tricks on others, and also not to steal from the neighbor garden. So Lima was going without telling the owners, right, to their garden and stealing the tomatoes, right? So he learned not to steal from the neighbor garden, and he also learned to be honest. That means to be sincere, to be truthful, to be honest, okay? So Lima learned all these things, and we also need to learn to be honest and truthful and not to play tricks on others, because we may get a nice beating like Lima, right? Okay, now that is the story, and we have come across many new words in this chapter, right? So we will learn some new words, okay? Now we will learn some new words. Here I've given some words and the meaning next to it. Shall we all read from the beginning? First is soup. S-O-U-P, soup. Soup, what is a soup? Soup is a liquid food made from vegetables or meat. See, soup, when you make a soup, we don't just put the tomato and boil it like that, right? We smash the tomatoes, we make it smooth, right? So that it will become a soup. Now next is whisper. Speak softly. Whisper means to speak softly. Shall we all spell whisper? W-H-I-S-P-E-R, whisper. See, when I speak in a soft manner, like Lima stall. That means I'm whispering, okay? Whisper means speak softly. Now next is pluck. Pluck means to pull out. Shall we all spell this pluck? P-L-U-C-K, pluck. Now next is trick. Trick means to fool others. In the story, we all know that Lima played a trick, right? He played a trick on the neighbors, right? On the neighbors. So this is known as trick. Spelling T-R-I-C-K, trick. Now next is sneaking. Sneaking means moving quietly. Spelling of sneaking S-N-E-A-K-I-N-G, sneaking. Now the last one, drag. Drag means pull along forcefully. See here, the mother in the picture, the mother is dragging the man, right? That is known as drag. Spelling D-R-A-G, drag. Okay, now these are the new words. These are some meanings that we have seen in this topic. And now next we will be learning what a noun is. Okay, we will be learning singular noun and plural noun. But before that, we need to understand what a noun is, right? So noun, I've given a definition here. A noun is a name of person, place, animal, thing, or any object. See, noun is a name of anything, right? Is the name also of, is a name of a person, place, animal, and thing. So here are the names of a person I've given, like the name of a girl is also noun. Boy, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, all these are noun. Okay. Now place, see, school, home, playground. These are all name of a place and they are also noun. Okay, now next is animal. Name of animals, they are dog, bee, frog, cow, lizard. See, these are all animals named and they are also known as noun. Okay, the next is thing, name of things. There are many names of things, right? Here I've just given some few books, pencil and all. They are also known as nouns. Okay, now what is singular and plural form, or what is singular or plural noun? So singular is referring to only one thing. Sorry, this should be thing, T-H-I-N-G, thing, okay? Only one thing. So girl, boy, girl, that means only one girl, right? A girl. And boy, a boy, only one, right? So they are singular. They are referred to they are known as singular noun. And the next is plural noun. Plural is referring to many things at once. That means, see, girls. Earlier we said that it is girl without S, right? G-I-R-L. See, there is no S. That means there is only one girl, and that is singular. But here we have G-I-R-L-S, girls. See the S? See the S at the end of this word, and boys also, B-O-Y-S, boys. See, we have S at the end, right? So that is known as plural. So plural are those that are referred to many things at once, okay? And singular are those that are referred to only one thing. And so how do we make plural forms? Okay, in order to make plural forms, in order to make yes, plural forms that are referred to many things at once, we add es to nouns which ends with single vowel o to make them plural. Okay, like example I've given here, potato. It ends with o, right? Potato ends it with o, but if we take out this, if we add this es, it becomes potatoes. That is plural. Here there is without the es. See, potato. Here potato without the es, it is plural, right? But here with the es together, it is plural. That means we are referring to many potatoes. Okay, just like that, tomato without the es, it is singular. But if we add es in the tomato, it becomes tomatoes. That means it is plural. Okay, now here is mango. That means only one mango. But if I add es in the mango, it becomes mangoes. That means it is now plural. I am referring to many mangoes. Okay, that is known as singular and plural noun. And now in the case when noun ending with o has another vowel before it, that means there is another vowel. O is a vowel, right? Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and O, right? If I have vowels before the O, then we add S only to make it plural, okay? See, example, radio, R-A-D-I-O. Radio, I-O is a vowel, right? In radio, I-O is a vowel sound. So if since there are two vowels together, I will only add S here in order to make it plural, okay? Radio, if I say radio, that means there's only one radio. But if I say radios, that means I have more than two radios. And radios is plural, okay? Now next is bamboo. O-O, both are, see, vowel sound, right? The last ending of this, they have vowel sound. So there are two vowel sounds, so I'll just add S, right? Bamboos. So if I say bamboo, there is only one bamboo. If I say bamboos, that means there are more than two bamboos, okay? So in case where there are two vowel sound together at the end of a word, then I will just add S in order to make it a plural sound, okay? Now there are also nouns ending with F and FE, and we will replace with VES to make them plural. See, some nouns they end with F, right? And also FE. In this case, I will just add VES at the end, okay? See example, half ending with F. I will just add VES at the end, and it will become halves. That means plural. Now knife, FE, ending with FE, right? If I add VES, it will become knives. KNIVES, knives. And now, some noun, however, have ending with F, double F, double OF, double EF, LEF. See, some nouns, they have different endings, right? Like this I've given in blue, in blue color, right? The nouns ending with all these are also replaced with S, okay? Are also added S in order to make it a plural sound. Just like chef, I will add S, chefs, in order to make it plural. Reef, reefs, turf, turfs, shelf, shelves. Like you can pause this video here and you can read properly, okay? You can read and refer, you can find out words that are ending with F and add S in order to make it plural, okay? Now see, singular and plural noun, words ending with F are added VES to make it plural, okay? These are some examples I've given here. You can pause this video and you can read through it, okay? Now we have also words ending with FE like wife, knife, life. We just add VES at the end, okay? You can read through this, okay? See, these are some of the vegetables named tomato, onion, chili, potatoes, garlic, spring onion. These are all names of vegetables and they are known as noun, okay? All right, now students, we have come to the end of this lecture, and I hope you all have understood something from this topic, right? We have learned a beautiful story that taught us a good moral, right? We have learned the story of Lima and not to play tricks on other, right? We have also learned many vegetables name, right? We have also learned the names of nouns, singular and plural nouns, right? We have also learned to be honest, right? That is the most important. We need to be honest, right? So we have learned many things in this topic, and I hope you have understood what one or the other. And yes, this will be the end of our class for today, and we will meet in the next class.